We're going to take a short break, be back with Michael Bastien. He has written a book of the Common Sense Clicker Guide. If you want to know about online dating, maybe you're afraid of online dating, he's going to tell you the scoop about it. On the Spry Show, we'll be right back. All right, got Michael Bastien on. What made you decide to write a book like this, man?
Well, I've been in the information technology field for a few years now. I've also been doing a little bit of online dating on and off, and I noticed that there's a lot of things that people could really benefit from having a standard way of going about dating. I've seen a lot of dating profiles, some of them better than others, and I think that there are a lot of people out there that could use a little bit of help.
Well, let me ask you this. What makes you such an expert on this field? Tell me about how you prep for this thing, please.
Well, I have a degree in psychology, a degree in information systems.
Interesting.
And so when I was in school, I always had a flair for relationships and trying to figure out why people do the things that they do. So as I was online, doing the online dating thing way back when it first started, I realized that there were some inconsistencies there that people needed to kind of flush out. And
now that you have the opportunity to come on the show, this is actually really cool because a lot of people don't know where to begin with online dating. They don't even know if they want to do it. What's your give us your biggest pieces of advice right here?
Well, the three main takeaways that I would say is, one, don't be afraid to be who you are, because a lot of people think that just because they don't look like a supermodel on TV that there's not going to be anyone out there who's interested. That's not true. Number two, people need to have a common etiquette that they work towards. I always say this in the Common Sense Clicker, that it's important that people come from the same starting point. That way they can just focus on what's individually important to them in a relationship. Number three, looks matter. I know it's not PC, but it's important when you're online dating because people are surfing through profiles all the time. It's the pictures that grab the attention. Work on your pictures, then work on your profile.
Hey, let me ask you this now. Tell me how much success you've had using these techniques.
I have been successful. I'm single right now, but it's because I've had a lot of maturing to do. As I say in the Common Sense Clicker, it's important that people know themselves before they go out there and try and start dating. So I've taken this time writing the book, learning about myself, getting to know myself, and now I'm ready to go back out there and start meeting people.
Do you think that at least the way that you did it going through the online dating, by the way, it's Tamalicious, how you doing?
Great.
that you actually had like a kind of a pain-free way to get to know that about yourself?
Well, it's important that people remember that when you're trying to get to know yourself, look back, reflect on the relationships you've had in the past. A lot of times you can learn so much from the roles that you played, the types of people that you've been involved with. Look for the patterns. Try to assess whether or not you've played a role in what went wrong or what went right, and take it from there.
What about giving yourself some time in between?
That's very important. You never want to date someone on the rebound just because you feel lonely after a breakup. You need time to get to know yourself again, assess what you did in the last relationship, and learn from your mistakes.
I disagree with the theory of you don't want to date somebody on the rebound. It may not be the best thing, but you damn sure want.
You at least want to get some tail.
Let's just get his head right. No offense, Doc. So,
well, let me ask you.
It's like,
let me ask you. Oh, go ahead.
You gotta have the rebound check. Because it's not until you get through the rebound check can you actually have a relationship check.
Isn't that like the friend with benefits kind of in the wings all the time?
Yeah, but you're honest with it.
Friends with benefits is very healthy, and I would advise people to really take part in that.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, when you go look for a mate online, are you're yourself specifically, are you looking for some folks to be friends with and have fun with? Are you looking for just a steady girlfriend, or are you looking to are you settle down or settle down again? I just want to find out what you're looking for when you do this, when you use these techniques.
When I personally am online, I'm looking for my relationship, my partner, but...
You're looking for, yeah, but, okay, but...
But online is really great for finding your true love or just finding a new lover. I mean, there's something out there for everyone.
Wow. So what if... So what should you tell people? Okay, what should you tell people who are afraid to start doing this?
Well, it's not as scary as you think because really there's so many people. There's millions of people online looking for someone, someone to love or a new lover. And Don't be afraid. Put up your picture. I always say make sure that you have at least one face picture, one full body picture. Show your true self. Don't be afraid, because there's always someone out there who's going to find you attractive no matter what you look like or no matter who you are.
All right, Michael Bastien on the Spry Show. Michael, give us your website and how people can order a copy of your book.
Sure, it's thecommonsenseclicker.com, and you go to my site, and there's some safety tips on online dating and other tips on profiles, and you can order my book through Amazon, on the iStore, anywhere that you can get your downloads, you can buy my book. So just go to thecommonsenseclicker.com.
Michael Bastien, everybody, talking about online dating. It's important to understand that stuff.
Yeah, and it's so popular. I mean, your timeliness is amazing. I wish you the best of luck with the sales.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, one more question from Colin.
Well, some rules I learned. When you're no longer interested, if you start talking and you start texting and whatnot, or talking on the IM or email, you're no longer interested. The basic blow-off is you just don't respond. So you don't get offended, because it is so impersonal. It's not, people aren't man enough, woman enough to just go, you know what, I'm not feeling it anymore. So they stop responding. So just get used to that. That's going to be.
Yeah, most people will just stop responding. That's their technique. It's rude, but people do it.
And then you just kind of progress through it. So if you're thinking about doing it, wouldn't you suggest you take it step by step, maybe a couple of emails through the service, then maybe a little instant messaging, then maybe a little texting, then maybe calling, then asking out, and you don't try to jump. If you jump ahead, you freak people out, don't you, Doc?
Absolutely. You're 100% right, and I talk about that. I always say that you want to take it step by step, and I lay out those steps precisely.
I'll go me.
Nice.
First time I've ever.
All right, you have a great one, Doc. Dr. Michael Bastien, who wrote a book about. You a doctor, PhD?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well,
I'm
Doctor.
Still calling Doc.
All right, Michael Bastien, internet dating expert. It's good to have you on the Spry Show.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, man.